Hello guys, this is Steno for All YouTube channel. Here we provide you Hindi or English shorthand dictations at different speed. Today I am going to provide you English dictation at the speed of 80 which will help you in various steno skill tests. This is English steno dictation at the speed of 80 word per minute. So get ready. Start. When US Senator Kamala Harris was picked to be the running mate of presumptive Democratic nominee for the presidency, Joe Biden, she became the first Black and Indian American woman on a major party presidential ticket in US history. Miss Harris was born in 1964 to Shyamala Gopalan, a cancer researcher from Chennai, and Donald Harris, an economics professor from Jamaica. Students at the University of California at Berkeley, a campus known for its activism, Miss Gopalan and Mr. Harris were involved in the civil rights movement. That is the world Miss Harris entered. She has recalled being taken in a pram to civil rights marches. Her parents divorced when she was a child, and Miss Harris and her younger sister Maya were primarily raised by their mother, visiting their father no weekends and during the summer holidays. The Harris children grew up around their mother's friends, many of whom were civil rights activists and intellectuals. Miss Harris has talked about being deeply influenced by her maternal grandfather, P.V. Gopalan, a civil servant, and grandmother, Rajam Gopalan. Miss Harris said her grandfather would take her on his walks along the beach in India, and she would hear him and his friends talk about democracy. She has also spoken of being inspired by her grandmother's involvement in women's rights. Shyamala Gopalan raised her children with a sense of pride in her South Asian roots and a strong awareness of and appreciation for Indian culture. Miss Harris writes in her book The Truths We Hold. Her mother knew that American society would see the Harris children as black girls and was determined to make sure they would grow up to be confident, proud black women. Miss Harris attended the historically black Howard University, where she majored in economics and political science. After getting a law degree from UC Hastings, Miss Harris began working as a prosecutor in Auckland. She has described wanting to change the system from inside and had to defend her employment choice with friends and family as one would a thesis. controversial record in 2004, Miss Harris became San Francisco's District Attorney DA, the first black woman to hold the position. In 2011, she became the first female Attorney General AG of California. Miss Harris had indicated that she wanted to be a progressive prosecutor, and some of her actions in her early years as a prosecutor are in line with that description. For instance, as San Francisco's DA, she created the Back on Track program, in which first time drug offenders could avoid jail time by finishing high school or getting a job. She also mitigated the consequences of a law that said could lock someone up for 25 years for committing a third felony by insisting that the DA's office only bring charges on a third felony if it was violent or serious. However, in her later years, she was criticized for her tough on crime and pro police, pro establishment type actions. As California's AG, she was criticized for not adequately investigating charges of prosecutorial misconduct and defending convictions that involved police officers inserting false evidence. Miss Harris's changing record on the death penalty, which she personally opposes due to its finality and disproportionate application to minorities, has also been criticized. As DA in 2004, she refused to seek the death penalty in the 2004 killing of a police officer. A decade later, however, as AG, she appealed a judge's ruling that the state's death penalty was unconstitutional. Miss Harris argued that it was her professional duty to defend the state's laws regardless of her personal beliefs. Another controversy in her history stems from a relationship in 1994 that Miss Harris had with California politician Willie Brown, which raised questions of significant conflicts of interest when he helped her get positions on two state government bodies. In recent years, Miss Harris emerged as a strong proponent of criminal justice reform. Her proposals announced during the Democratic primaries included policies that would legalize marijuana, abolish solitary confinement, private prisons, cash bail, and the death penalty. As a U.S. Senator since 2016, she has served on powerful committees on intelligence and homeland security. One of the things she is known for is her prosecutorial style of questioning at Senate hearings. Following the police killings of African Americans George Floyd and Breonna Taylor at the hands of police, Ms. Harris co-sponsored the Senate's Justice in Police Act in June. She also co-sponsored a bill to make lynching a federal crime. After the pandemic hit, Ms. Harris introduced legislation to create a task force to address the racial and ethnic disparities in the impact of COVID-19 and the response to it. In 2019, Ms. Harris and Republican Mike Lee introduced legislation that would result in an increase in country-wise caps for green cards.